Have you ever wondered if it's possible to take a product that costs just 10 rupees and sell it on the global market for 1,000? I mean, that sounds almost unbelievable, right? Well, it turns out it's not only possible, it's happening right now. Today, we're going to break down the exact blueprint for how you can achieve 100x profit by exporting some really unique goods from India.
So, just look at these numbers. On the one hand, you've got a local cost of maybe 10 rupees. Peanuts, right? But on the other, you've got a potential global price of 1,000 rupees. That is a 100-fold increase. And the way it's done is by connecting incredible local craftsmanship with massive global demand.
Okay, so you're probably thinking what I was thinking. How on earth is that kind of jump in value even possible? It almost feels like some kind of magic trick, but I promise you it's not magic. It's actually a really powerful and very specific business strategy.
And the secret has a name. It's called Value Addition. Seriously, this is the engine that drives that whole 100x profit model. It's not about what the product is made of. It's about how you transform it through clever branding, amazing packaging, telling a compelling story, and just ensuring top-notch quality. That's where the real money is made.
So let's kick things off with a classic, one of the treasures India is famous for: handicrafts and folk art.
I mean, just look at this gap. The production cost for a little terracotta toy or a small hand-carved item might be, 10 rupees locally. But you take that same handmade piece, you put it on the international market, and suddenly it can command a price of 1,000 rupees, maybe even more.
So you have to ask, where is all that extra value coming from? It's not the clay, it's not the wood. No, it comes from telling the artisan's story. It's in the unique hand-painted designs. It's the power of that Made in India seal, which just screams authenticity and incredible craftsmanship to a global audience.
Okay, next up, let's see how this same idea applies to a completely different category: traditional and tribal jewelry.
And let me be clear, we are not talking about gold or diamonds here. Not at all. This is jewelry made from really simple materials. Think oxidized brass, beads, things like that. The raw material cost is next to nothing, but the export price can still make that incredible 100x leap in value.
The value here is all created through smart branding. You position these pieces as bohemian or vintage Indian style. You see, you're not just selling metal, you're selling a whole vibe, a unique aesthetic. You're marketing them as these culturally significant accessories that become a statement piece. It's all about the design, not the cost of the materials.
All right, let's switch gears and tap into the huge global wellness market with our third treasure, niche herbs and aromatic goods.
With these, you can source rare, dried medicinal leaves or really unique aromatic seeds for a super low cost in bulk. Here, the value isn't in how much it weighs, but in the amazing health benefits a global consumer believes it offers.
So how do you get to that 1,000 rupee price? Well, it all comes down to certification. Slapping an organic stamp on it adds immediate, massive value. You advertise very specific benefits. You use premium, airtight packaging. And just like that, it's not an herb anymore. It's a high-end wellness product.
Okay, next up is a product the world already loves, but we're going to look at it with a totally unique spin. Let's talk about specialty and custom tea blends.
Now, this is not about your average everyday tea bag. No way. This is about sourcing the finest quality estate-grade leaves directly from India at a low wholesale cost, and then completely transforming them into a luxury good. The whole secret here is curation. You add value by creating these incredible flavor blends, with things like cardamom or rose petals. You brand it as a limited edition or an estate origin product. You focus on the premium flavor and you tell the story of the tea estate it came from. You're not selling a drink, you're selling an entire experience.
All right, our final treasure taps into one of the most powerful global trends happening right now: eco-friendly and sustainable products.
Think about really simple everyday items, like brushes made from coir or bamboo toothbrushes. The raw materials, coir, bamboo, jute, are so cheap and easy to find. But in Western markets, where sustainability is a huge deal, these exact same items fetch a surprisingly high price.
For these kinds of products, the sustainability story is the value. That's the whole pitch. You market them with labels like plastic-free and zero waste. You can even bundle them together as a set. You are appealing directly to the values of eco-conscious shoppers, and believe me, they are willing to pay more for products that align with their beliefs.
So we've just looked at 5 product categories that are absolutely brimming with potential. But okay, that's the what. The big question is, how do you actually do it? Let's break down the practical formula for adding all that value.
It really comes down to 4 key steps. First, quality control. This is non-negotiable. Getting international certifications builds trust instantly. Second, premium packaging. It has to look good on the shelf and protect the product. Third, powerful branding. You need a unique name that tells an authentic Indian story. And finally, you have to be laser-focused on your target market. Don't try to sell to everybody. Go after high-spending regions like the USA and Europe, where consumers are actively looking for and will pay for exactly this kind of thing.
So when you put it all together, you take a unique product from one of these 5 categories, and you apply that 4-step formula, what you have is a real, actionable plan. This is basically your global business blueprint.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The source material we're looking at today puts it perfectly. It says, starting with low investment, these 5 categories that meet global market demands offer excellent opportunities to build a successful export business. This isn't some far-off dream. It's a totally accessible strategy.
And that really just leaves us with one final question to think about. After seeing all this incredible potential, from handicrafts all the way to eco-friendly goods, which treasure are you going to uncover first?